Hello again. Here is a simple question, and it is a quite genuine one, for I may well be out of touch with current policing methods in this country. When the police are due to attend an event, whether it's a carnival, football match, or a protest march, is it usual for them to ask churches and synagogues how they should manage the affair? I have never heard of such a thing before. Before the football match last year between Aston Villa and an Israeli team, the West Midlands Police approached half a dozen mosques and asked leaders there what they should do about the football match. They were told that if fans from Israel were allowed to attend the match, then Muslims would arm themselves. Not wanting this to happen, the police banned Israelis from attending and then lied about their reasons, claiming that they had heard that the fans might behave violently. They knew that this was not true and that it was the Muslims who had threatened to arm themselves. All this came out today when officers from the West Midlands Police gave evidence at a parliamentary select committee. This is why I asked about the police consulting places of worship for advice about how they should patrol a district. There are, for example, many Hindus in the London district of Neasden and a beautiful Hindu temple there. Do the local police go to the temple and ask the priests there how they should police the area? Has this ever happened at a church? In Stamford Hill and Golders Green, do the police ask local synagogues how they ought to carry out their duties? It sounds absurd, doesn't it? We know, of course, that this does not happen, and it's only likely to be mosques which the police approach for advice. The reason for this is very simple and also horribly frightening. Christian churchgoers are unlikely to threaten to arm themselves if fans from a certain football team should be seen in the vicinity of their church. I would be surprised too to hear that Orthodox Jews in Stamford Hill announced that they would take up arms if certain fans from a sporting event were to be seen in their part of Hackney. No, this is about Islam, and the police, in their desire to curry favour with these violent people, are only too happy to cooperate and ban Jews or Christians from entering areas where many Muslims are living. If any viewer does not find this a most alarming state of affairs and liable to lead eventually to no-go areas and communal violence, then I can only suppose that none of them remembers the disturbances in Northern Ireland in the 1970s. I do. I remember the no-go areas, and I was in Belfast a few weeks after Operation Motorman in the summer of 1972, when the no-go areas were dismantled. If our police think that cooperating with this kind of thing is a way of maintaining the peace, then they really could not be more wrong. It is instead a certain recipe for disorder and violence, because if members of one community arm themselves, then it is a racing certainty that other communities will follow suit. The police hope to buy peace by surrendering to threats, but all this will do is to make the violence when it does erupt all the worse.